Welcome back to the morning show here on the Rise News.
Right, the Southwest security outfit called Amotekun will take off tomorrow, and it's still generating a lot of buzz. At the moment, the synergy between the conventional homeland security outfits of Nigeria, especially the Nigerian Police Force, is not still very tidy in terms of operational processes and legal formats.
That's right. It will be recalled that the decision to establish a joint security outfit named Amotekun, which means the leopard, was part of the resolutions reached at the various security meetings held in the Southwest region by these 6 governors.
And joining us now from our Abuja studios to look at the legality of the Southwest security outfit Amotekun is Olamide Adaramola, a legal practitioner and public affairs analyst. But before we get started, let's take a listen to a comment made on Amotekun by Iba Gani Adams, the Are Ono Kankanfo of Yoruba land, who was our guest yesterday morning.
From immemorial, I can say categorically from year 2000 till now, you can't write out OPC involvement on the issue of complementing the effort of the Nigerian police. And I think that was what brought about the decision of the Nigerian police that we should partner with this group. We have been working with them under it. Let us make it public and let the police have more confidence. So when you are talking of OPC, we play a lot of role to complement the effort of the Nigerian police, to even work with other security groups, because we realize that we should put our house in order. In July, we form a group, we call it Southwest Security Stakeholder Group, which involve OPC, Vigilante Group of Nigeria, the Southwest Caucus, the Agbekoya, and some Yoruba groups too, like Yoruba Youth Congress, and the Hunters, the Hunter Association, the Southwest structure. So we have been holding meetings. We have held a general meeting in 2 halls in Lagos and Oyo. And the leadership always met once in a month, which I'm the convener. And I'm not sitting down with them on the basis of a leader of Udwa People's Congress. I always told them that I'm sitting down with you as the Are Ono Kankanfo of Yoruba land. It's only the secretary of OPC that will represent OPC in this alliance. So the structure is there, but the way things is going, I think the government was so interested in OPC, Hunter, and the vigilante. I think we should start from somewhere so that our environment could be secure. You can see what happened in this Christmas and New Year. You will realize that the way people travel out of Lagos is not the way people travel last year. Because when you see the street of Lagos now, we have been witnessing hold up, because people are having fear. The security threat is giving most of Nigerians living in Lagos to go to their country home, because they were fearing not to be kidnapped or meet any ugly incident in the process. So by now, when you move in the street of Lagos, you have been witnessing hold up and or bottlenecks on some places. And in the history of Lagos, before you can be seen bottleneck in Lagos will be on the 15-20. But now, because people did not travel like the way they are traveling because of the issue of security threat. We have read a lot of news. A Catholic priest was kidnapped. More than 7 robbers and their oloris have been kidnapped. They have taken ransom from them. And even a lot of people moving within the Southwest were being waylaid and they were kidnapped. In the process, some of them died.
Okay, Iba Gani Adams, if you allow me coming here.
Very good government.
You're very correct. The wanton killings in the Southwest has gone unchecked, and the incident in Kogi State is very fresh in our minds on Christmas Day. But let's talk about the structure and operation of Amotekun. Barely 48 hours to commencement. The Nigerian Police, the Nigerian Army, the NSCDC are saying they would not be working alongside local ethnic militias such as the OPC, Hunters, and others. What is your thought on this? Do you think that Amotekun should go ahead without proper government security agencies' involvement? Do you think that this was well thought through by the governors?
Well, I think the statement came from the spokesperson of Nigerian police in Ogun State. and I was so shocked that this officer believed in the hierarchy of Nigerian police. The IG came to Ibadan and said he will form a partner with this group. And you as maybe CSP or SP now saying that you won't be in alliance with the group, I think it should not give kind of illusion and impression to the international community that the police did not respect their hierarchy. When IG speak, the entire police have to listen. One. And secondly,
well, that was an excerpt from yesterday when we had the Are Onokankanfo on the show yesterday, Iba Gani Adams. But now let's bring Mr. Olamide Adaramola into this conversation. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Let's talk about the legality, the legal implications of Amotekun. In your own opinion, your perspective, have you heard of any legal framework that has set up Amotekun? And if you haven't, and if indeed they do not have one, what sort of legal framework should be setting up Amotekun?
Yes, thank you. Good morning. I'm going to talk about, I'm going to look at it from two perspectives. I'm going to look at it from a legal, perspective, and then from conventional. Now, before we can actually decide or adjudge that Amotekun has no, legal framework or no, we are going to look at the operation. Now, what are the laws, setting up the operation Amotekun? Is there law under the state laws, under the federal? Don't forget that if you look at the provision of, the sections, like 214 and other provisions of the constitutions, we know that anything that has to do with security, it must be from the Act of National Assembly and not from any other state. So now, I have not, because Amotekun, if we look at it from the media, even from what FIM said, it's going to be an outfit. It's going to be a security outfit. It's going to be a security outfit, that will, help in kidnappings, in banditry and other things. However, is there any instant law to that effect, permitting the establishment of such an outfit? If there is none, then the operation is going to be an illegal one. The establishment is going to be an illegal one. There must be law. And that law has to come from the National Assembly. Because National Assembly has the exclusive, legislative right, to legislate on such, anything like that, that has to do with security of the federation and any part. So if there is no legal frame law, if there is no law backing up the establishment, then the operation will be void. And no. Thank you.
All right. You've said if there's no legal framework backing up this, the operation will be null and void. But if you heard the interview yesterday, all parties have met as a result of this. It is a reaction to happening in the state. I want to talk about procedures. And this is, vis-a-vis the problems we normally have as regards synergy with various, security agencies. What should be that fine line as regards these agencies?
Thank you very much. As I said, the issue of security is not something that they can synergize, or as if we look at what the statement the police the police chief said, that I want to cooperate with the DDG. Let me make this one very clear. If Amotekun is going to be a security outfit and is going to be nationalized, then you have to pass through a process. It's not about gathering people and say they want to go into operation. No, there are laws that have to be, there are laws, that frame laws that have to guide it. Now, though we understand that the police may not be able to do the work, or, for example, what is happening in those states and other parts of the Southwest, we know that the police may not be able to do it, but there must be legal framework. There must be appropriate legal framework that must be put in place. If that is not put in place, notwithstanding whatever the arrangements, the army, the police are making with, it's like with, the governors, it is at best illegal. So what I expect, if they know there are security challenges in those states, what they should do is to see how, these are to do with constitution. That is why the law said, for example, Section 4 of the Nigerian Constitution says that there is no state that can enact law that has to do with security. Notwithstanding that it's Amotekun that has to do with local whatever, it has to be legislated upon, and that's most important. So the constitution has to be set up. There must be heart of National Assembly to the state that the state can go ahead with this. So if there is not like that, there's not like cooperation with this. Though it is conventional to ease the security challenges in the state, particularly in those Southwest. But notwithstanding, when you look at it constitutionally, we are looking at it from the legal perspective. So if you look at it from that angle, you will discover that whatever they are doing, if it is going to be operation, based on law, if it's going to be an outfit, then it's going to be a security outfit, then it is unlawful. However, let me put it that, there are ways by which they can go about it. And because if we look at, the law, it said that the state cannot make laws that it is the exclusive list, legislative list of the federal government. So, if we look at paragraph 45 of Constitution, it provides that anything that to do with policing and security, it is on the exclusive legislative leave of the federal government.
Mr. Adaramola, I'm going to have to butt in here. You have said that this is technically illegal because it didn't go through the National Assembly, but you've also said that there are certain steps that can be taken. We're going to go on a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to discuss these steps and talk about how the judiciary fits in all of this. Stay with us. Welcome back to the morning show. We are still discussing Amotekun and the legality of this Southwest security outfit. So still joined by Olamide Adaramola, a legal practitioner and public affairs analyst. Now, before the break, we were talking about the legality of this. And if you think about it, security is on the exclusive list. So technically, this the security fit should not even be launched tomorrow if it didn't go through the National Assembly. However, it is launching tomorrow. So what are these steps that we should look at? And how does the judiciary fit into all of this? Because the end goal of having Amotekun is to be able to take these criminals off the streets and put them into correctional facilities. If there's no legal framework, how does the judiciary make this? How do they make their claims to these criminals?
Thank you very much. You see, every citizen in Nigeria has the right to arrest. And then when you arrest, you also have the right, constitutionally, to take the person you arrest to a nearby police station. Now, what I expect from the Amotekun is not to constitute themselves as security outfits over the Southwest, because our law does not permit that. Now, what they should do is, we had the OPC, we had the Agbekoyas, so they have not, even if you look at their operations, one of the reasons why, the nation condemned OPC then was that they consider themselves as law and begin to, disrupt every activities. So now what they should do is to see that they actually, helping the police police force not to consider themselves as police or as a security outfit. Because when you do that, if we go to court, the court is going to void the operation. Because the law has stated very categorically that there should be no state governor or government can institute or establish, a police or a security outfit, parallel to the one the federal government is operating. So what they should do, what I expect them legally to do, is to see that, they are citizens. They could be called Amotekun, but they are men citizens like you and I. If when I see somebody stealing, I have the right to arrest him. So that is it. So they cannot because there is no operational a system that be drawn to say that this is what they want to do. Even though we all know conventionally that they want to help because we know there is no gainsay the fact that the police cannot help in curbing criminalities and kidnapping and all these things. We all know, but the point is that the framework should be defined. Okay. The framework should be defined, and if we are going to define what Amotekun means, it must not be consistent. It will not be, with the security outfit that the law provide. So my argument is that, or my submission is, they must have a clear-cut, a framework that will not contradict the law of the land.
Indeed. Well, Mr.
Of course, I know that.
Yes, Mr. Adaramola, it's interesting because a lot of people are also asking for clarity. What exactly is Amotekun? How is it formed? Who is being recruited? How is recruitment? Even payments, issue of payments have come up. But let me also bring to your attention some of the arguments that the governors, for instance, have made, that these hunters, the local ethnic militias and others, are going to be doing the footwork, the intelligence work, because they know this terrain properly, they know the people in the area. And so when they make such arrest, and you're very correct, the Constitution, recognizes citizens' arrest. So when this category of people make the arrest, they then hand over to government security agencies. Does this argument by the governors who are setting this up, does it then make it justifiable that they can arrest and then hand over to the police, which the Constitution recognizes?
Yes. As I said, you see, we are not going to recognize, the law does not recognize Amotekun as a security outfit. The law does not also recognize OPC or whatever as a security outfit. Now, what the law recognizes is that you and I can go in and arrest and then hand over the culprit to police. Now, that is what they should do. That is what they will do. And if the police says they cannot work with them, it means that they are not recognized. It means that they are not valid. It means they are not legitimate. So the governor in each state of the South cannot legitimate what is against the law. It is not practical. It's not practicable. Okay. They cannot legitimate it. Okay. They cannot. You see, this is what happened during Rauf Agbeshola in Osun State. But what he did was to quote his own as they were like God, they were like vigilantes. Are you with me? So, but the law, what they should do, and what I believe they should do, is they can't arrest. They are individuals. They are vigilantes. They are hunters.
Okay,
so security outfits separately,
So, Mr. Adaramola, yes. I want to quickly get your reaction to this. So we don't lose this train of thought. You said this is not legal according to the law.
Okay.
Iba Gani Adams was here yesterday, and he said something, and I'll, sort of like redact some of his statement he made. He said he's got coordinators of the Odua People's Congress, state coordinators of the Odua liaise with these people. And he even went further to say that the Odua People's Congress have been in cahoot and have been working with security forces in the country as regards security. So if you say they are not recognized by the law, but I know that the police have a right to register vigilante, ding guns and the likes, then explain that area to me because it looks very nebulous to me. The fact that it's not recognized, but the military, like quoting the Brigadier Adam said yesterday, they've been working with OPC as regards kidnappings and some other things like that in the Southwest.
Thank you very much. Mr. Rufai, you see that the fact that we do things does not make it right. There are a lot of things that we do conventionally that have not been challenged in the court of law. Now, but don't forget that there are extant laws that recognize, for example, you can go to CAC and register a security outfit. Now, I want you to listen to me very clearly. Yes. You can go to CAC, register a security outfit, with 10 million, I think 10 million check and tell about, and then you see them in banks. You say, but now if you look at the operation and the analysis of Amotekun, it is more than what we are talking about. It is more or less a police outfit. It's taking over the office of police, and it's against Section 214, of the Constitution. So if we are not talking about a mere police, because it is recognized by Ondo State Governor, it is recognized by Lagos State Governor, recognized by Ekiti State Governor, Osun and Ogun State, and so now it is not just a security outfit that is empowered under under our municipal law, under state laws. No, now we are talking about the conglomeration of the Southwest governors coming together to say we want to have Amotekun, which is a security outfit. So it's against the law. The law has provided very categorically that look, you cannot have that. So now OPC as it were, it has not been challenged. As I said, you and I can go. If you have a bank, for example, or any organization, you can organize, registered or incorporate a security outfit, and then you put them there. But the point is that once you are going towards empowering them with guns, you are going to empower them with drones, you are going to empower them to do this, then you have taken over the function of the police. And that means you are going against the law. That is very factual. And it's evidential, So if you go to court, it will be. So what, as I said, there are things we do that have not been challenged. However, if you look at, you see, it is evident, and it is a thing that if you look at the occurrence of kidnapping,
Mr. Adaramola,
in the Southwest, in Ondo State.
Before we go, because we have just about 20 seconds, and I want to ask you very briefly, do you think that they should halt the launch of Amotekun, which is tomorrow?
Well, I think that the necessary step ought to be taken. It is what I expected the governor to do is to liaise with the National Assembly. Okay. And they will make an instant law, not police law. So
thank you so much. Unfortunately, that's the most we can take.
They can arrest an individual and hand over to police.
Sincerely, thank you for coming on the show this morning, Adaramola, legal practitioner, public affairs analyst. And that's been the show today. I'm Adesua Omororan.
I'm Rufai Oseni.
And I'm Shaiton Atigari. Thank you for watching. You can also follow us on all the social media handles showing now on the screen. This is Arise News.